about this. I'll adjust the budget here, and we'll definitely—
No. We must confirm the official representative before discussing details. There is an order to this that must be followed.
From the way she's talking, this must be the Shogun, right?
Ah, little one. It's about time. Come, I have a contract for you to sign.
Whoa, we're not just gonna sign a random contract out of the blue!
Hardly. Oh, well, labor is a part of it, but you will be compensated.
I
see. So he's the representative you selected. When the yokai still roamed the land, they
We hosted a version of it during the Test of Courage, so I got to— one that combines human ingenuity with yokai arts to offer the most innovative and—
entertainment, huh? Wait, kind of like a kitsu—
For an important event like this, an official representative is required to preside over the festivities. In the past, the role was usually given to the Guji, or an individual from the Yashiro Commission. But
neither myself nor the Kamisato family can assume the position, given we represent one side or the other, the yokai or the humans.
Human you may be, but you possess a deep connection with the yokai, and you do not hail from this land. That makes you a more neutral option. Moreover, you took part in the previous festival during the Test of Courage. In my estimation, there is no better candidate for the role.
Plus, your name has the potential to attract an even greater showing. So are you going to sign this thing, or what?
Huh. You've got a point. Then let's go ahead and— wait! Paimon almost fell into our trap!
Oh, come now. This is for an important occasion, is it not? Even I've chosen to throw profit to the wind. Surely a selfless hero like yourself wouldn't turn your back on a good cause.
According to the proposal, the proceeds will be distributed as follows: 40% to Yae Publishing House, and 10% to the festival representative.
Hey, no fair!
Now, 10% might not sound like much, but Yae— getting smart, aren't you, little one? In that case, I'll throw in another 10% from—
No, the other half is going to the shogunate. That is not up for negotiation. Unless I am mistaken, most of the personnel and supplies are to be provided by the shogunate.
When did she reprogram you to argue back like this?
Proceeds should be distributed according to contribution. Besides, from the very beginning, you—
Wait, so earlier you were just trying to shortchange us?
What's the fun in bargaining if you open up with your—
Paimon doesn't see the fun at all.
Games have always been a central part of the festival, and so the plan is to host an event where the attendees—
Ooh, everyone loves fun games.
That is the general plan. This is a critical time for the shogunate—
Got it. We'll see— Jinju—
The smell of human.
Remember us, Ioroi?
Ah, it's you youngsters. And you!
Oh, Chinju Forest is supposed to be Yoroi's temple.
Exactly! How could you hold a test of—
Oh, so that's what he's in.
Anyway...
It was my mistake not to invite more—
Huh? The Mikawa Flower Festival?
Yes! The Mikawa Flower Festival! Huh? Kichiboshi? Shosei?
Never trust an apology from a kitsune.
Yum, yum!
Fun!
That's enough, you two! Don't fall!
What a shame. I suppose it makes sense.
Poor Yoroi!
Excuse you!
I should also mention, in Inazuma, only the—
Match? The kitsune could never—
Oh, well, I was no matter. I shall—
Wait!
It worked, didn't it?
My dear cubs, transforming to even get a quarter of the— So go— Not all humans are bad and scary.
Don't worry, Ioroi. The little tanuki are safe with me.
You're the one I'm—
Well, we're here too.
I'll hold you to that. Now, Kichiboshi, Shosei, Yobu Koban, while you're out there.
Yep. And Mr. Yep. And Auntie.
I almost forgot.
No need.
You...
Yeah.
Splendid. That should make our... Well, we need more... Now, I need to discuss the layout of the venue with the Yashiro Commission. I'll leave the team recruitment to you.
Hold on. You're not taking part, Miko?
Working through the...
Anyway, this time I'm going to wait for the fun to come to me. See you later, little...
City. So many... Gotta farm beans. White fur, yellow fur.
Form teams, not...
Yeah, they taste the same. Easy farm beans that taste the same.
No, wait, that's not... And they're gone.
Long
Shosei, there you are.
white fur.
Shosei... Hitatsumi Kozo and the others... Hitatsumi Kozo...
Hornless Oni. Hornless Oni? White fur! Yellow fur! Over... Hey! Oh! Muchina yokai that can...
No, wait. I'm not a Mutina or a
Tanuki? Muchina?
I don't transform at all. Sorry. Not this again. And there goes my...
Silly human. This you...
Boy, where do we begin? Right when I was trying to run. About that. Taller than a house?
It's not ninja.
See?
We grow taller than mountains.
Sorry. I get.
Farm be...
Huh? Kyobu...
Spying on great yokai. Great yokai...
So, what do you think? One second, I believe...
Great yokai found us!
It's just us!
There's no need to be nervous, you two. It's... As for you, it's been a while since I've met one of your kind. Huh?
Oh, this is Kyobu Koban. It's his first time visiting a city, so he's a bit shy around strangers.
So, nice to meet you, Gyobu Koba.
Great yokai is surprisingly friendly.
the bathhouse is expanding.
All valid points. We do need to differentiate the brand. We could place a greater or add some popular activities, such
Games?
Games?
Of course. Games are off anyway. The topic of games really seemed to pique your interest. Is there something going on? Miko. I knew I smelled. Rivalries aside, besides, if I remember. If our venture is to focus on games, then his future business. Agreed. Then.
Miss Kamisato, this is the list of stage materials for your review.
Miss Kamisato, I have your schedule for tomorrow.
The list looks fine.
Oh, she looks super busy. Should we come back later?
Oh, Traveler! Oh no, you're fine. You caught me just as I was finishing up, actually. Lady Guji said you're the official festival representative, and you've been busy recruiting participants. So I should do my part too, right? For large events like the Test of Courage, Brother usually does most of the organizing. I hope so.
Oh, speaking of the recruitment, we found a bunch.
Oh, already? That was fast. Oh, don't worry about it. I can only focus on so many things anyway. If we have enough people, I should stick to organizing. I suppose I'm a little sad about not taking part. But I'm looking forward to the festival all the same. When the time comes, perhaps we could check it out together.
Miss Kamisato! Another letter from the Kanjo Commission.
Coming! Sorry, dude, my brother's the one overseeing the teams. I believe he's in the courtyard with Lady Guji. You can go in when you're ready.
Thanks, Ayaka. See you later.
See you later.
Wow, Ayaka's really working hard. Guess we should.
It's about time. I could hear you talking outside.
Oh, don't worry about it. We were.
Now that young lady, hardly. It was entirely her decision. Besides, you really think I could order her around with her big brother standing right there? Huh, Mizuki.
They're planning to use your
Oh, is that so?
So,
Yes, that's all well and good. I just have one small adjustment. Why so angry?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sora! You guys are here early. There's... Oh, wait, but what about the statue of the, almighty... Naru... Ah, okay, well that's... Oh, that... Oh, right. Looks like we're running out of time. Let's go then. See you later, Sarah!
Ma'am, we have a message from Commission Headquarters. They need you to return as soon as possible.
you're here. Now we can get the right on time, I'd say. I was just... Oh, this. Just a little something to spice things up. So, stay tuned.
So sleepy.
A theme decided by Miko and the Yashiro.
One thing we all share is our capacity to dream. Outlandish fantasies of the mind. In a similar sense, games also blur the lines between fantasy and reality. Just like our dreams, the bounds of possibility are as limitless as our imagination. With that in mind, your task is to create a game within the next 48 hours centered around the theme of dreams.
Okay, nothing too crazy.
And to provide some additional motivation, the winning team will be awarded the Tanuki Game Award, as well as a generous sum of mora, and a sponsorship from Yai Publishing House to fully develop the game and promote it throughout all Inazuma.
All Inazuma?
In the interest of fairness, the evaluation committee will decide the winner based on attendee feedback, as well as the opinion of our festival representative. Now, with that out of the way, let the game development begin. The 48-hour countdown begins now. Looks like things are going well. We've just started and it seems like all our teams have a plan. Plus, with the transformative powers of the Bakedanuki, bringing those visions to fruition should be a lot easier. As the festival's most important judge and representative, you should go check on the progress, don't you think? It all comes down to fairness, as I said. I worked with the Yashiro Commission to come up with the theme, so the judging must... Oh, no need to stress, though. It's all fun and games, is it not? Just choose the one you enjoy the most. Of course, if it's appearances you're worried about, you could always... I don't know. Check in on the teams and ask about... And that proves that I picked the right person. Go on then, I won't keep you.
Wow, time really flew by today. It's so late already. The game booths were cool, but the food was even better. Paimon saved us... Tastes great, right? Which means... we... wait. Do you see that up ahead? What's... Huh. Their clothes look kinda weird. Oh, could they be one of those costumed actors Miko mentioned? Hey, hello there? Are you all... Traveler? Hey, are you alright? Well, you fought that strange person and made them disappear, but then, you nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. with that thunder just now. It came out of... What's wrong?
Has a nightmare returned to Inazuma once again?
Hey, Komura! Time to go! Hey, did you hear me? No more gaming tonight. We can come back tomorrow. Komura. Komura!
What's with the yelling? I can hear you just fine. Let's go.
Huh?
What? You're not coming? Why are you
Komura, weren't you... over there just now?
Huh. Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Are we too early?
Did you hear? Someone encountered a
doppelganger? You mean...
You know what they say.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler? Huh. It always comes up in light novels. You really never seen it? It's also, the timing is a bit... The whole doppelganger... Well, thinking about it isn't... Huh? Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about... Weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. He snuck away again! He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy could point. He could be on his way to meet someone.
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing's...
Sarah? Hey, Zo! What's going on here?
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
So, what's going on? What are you investigating? It must be serious if Heizo's involved. Huh? What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
An astute observation, Traveler. Tell him the truth.
What? The Shogun is here?
You recognized me with a single glance? It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend, the Traveler. His gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake.
No, please! Stay away!
What? You're right.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit... Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Ah, so the thunder we heard was...
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it... Miko is working with the Kamisato set. As for the contestants, the Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the team.
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger. Thank you. I truly hope the situation is—
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate from a distance?
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations are underway as we speak.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Oh, Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same. Oh, good idea! Wait for it. Yeah, well, the traveler... Yeah, if the... Oh, no, it's just... Well, so we wanted to come early to reminisce about... White fur. Had fun with you. We went so many... Snowy Mountain, Coals, Outclore. Orange fur come with next time? Really? As long as Storm not mad. Hey, it's not like Dvalin's the... Oh, we should get out of here. Bye, Wafer. Bye. Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? Oh yeah, totally. It was... Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next. Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy.
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with... And he's back at it this morning!
Time for an interview.
Interview?
Hold on! You can't just ask a simple... We'd love... Impressive!
Nice one, but...
Fixer is a tough nut. Whoa, not a single stumper.
Yes, Boss Tom.
Well, Toma's answers were... Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right?
Huh?
Like, you're here alone?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady...
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us? Kokomi! A little warning next time! Energy? In a tree? Dry berry? Oh, sorry. No, of course not! In the clear. Good. What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki!
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to...
Just like that, you let down your guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Oh? Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes. Investigated the shogunate officials' nightmares. Analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared... You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams! Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years. You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your... Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right?
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance. Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. I'm Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions. work.
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign!
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone.
What
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems... working? Ah. I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Well, of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dongo milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere. Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumeku Ippaku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes, let's go!
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all, so I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Oh, that's too bad.
I almost forgot.
Oh? Well, why don't we all—
Almighty Shogun, your dongo milk is ready.
Oh, delish.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. Alright, now we can talk freely. I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything? Exactly. You know... I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion, and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions. Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler. Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
you're back. Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already.
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming? Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up. What makes you say that? If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions. As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me. What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will. What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko. You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure. Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight. Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring. Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku, but the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that was 500 years ago. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And, naturally, the body of the Shogun has no need for such luxuries. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed. What makes you say that? Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them. Yes, I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down. No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again. Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh. Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Help! Help me! Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out. Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun,
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I almost fainted again just now. Yes, I was on my way to Uyu restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree. It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight. And it was me! In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock!
A doppelganger? In Inazuma City? But we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo, too! Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa!
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Kappa! Kappa! Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew...
Oh, it must be some terrible yokai.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
The yokai! It must be getting stronger!
Kappa, oh, please don't die.
No, it was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers. Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants and staff? Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is... Wait, what is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoen could shed some light. I believe that...
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. It's a Bakedaniki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves?
No fighting! Let's go!
We're almost rid of them.
Ah! A Tengu!
Tengu was flying!
Tengu, why are you helping the
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land!
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to...
Oh, you mean yes?
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back!
Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right.
No need.
What are you doing?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement? These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path!
Truly?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Yoroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans, and...
The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die!
No! How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us. What? What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need... Hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This yokai can speak!
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset. Boss Tama will eat us.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about... we turn into those 3 yokai?
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You...
Humans! And a bunch of yokai!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and... Wait a second! Hitotsume Kozo and... Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is...
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will...
Yoroi, we're back!
Oh, keep it... Shogun! I bow before thee.
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a naku weed from the Imperial Garden...
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune!
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you! Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth.
Ioroi?
Wait, this must be Kinkaku.
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and...
So we decided to escape the human...
That's when we uncovered a whole...
It restored our power!
Oh! And by... Oh!
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually...
We've been using the horn to hide ever since.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then.
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke.
Besides, the Bakedaniki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Ioroi? It's a thief?
How was I to know? It was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku.
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So...
500 years?
It was a 500...
Huh?
Hey,
Wow, the mind of a Bakedaniki...
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare, and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to?
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty Shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the Shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world. Thus she earned the name Chiyo the Tiger Bite, or Tora Chiyo.
I don't think Chiyo would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality. The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yoko. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes...
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the travelers... It's possible Kinkaku and the others fear an earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand?
Yeah, and we were attacked too!
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding. When Chiyo set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. And an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Danuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Danuki for nearly...
I was...
Miko.
If you don't believe me...
Well... Yes. During my studies, both in...
Then... what would you propose?
If the fragment's hatred to...
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that fight.
What was impossible back then? Why not use this entity's tricks against it?
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
Maybe they're hiding us trees?
Fools!
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare...
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses.
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just... usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Look, our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun...
There's just one problem.
The solution to that... is obvious. Then naturally, a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
I would imagine we can all think of it. Once the enemy appears, Traveler, I ask that you join me.
All right. I will...
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea.
And in a surprising twist...
Traveler, during the... I know. I understand your concerns. One more thing. Thank you.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Oh, you're all here! Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner. Those in need?
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Ah, Captain! Swordfish 2, salute! To be honest, Somatatsumi Island is...
But if they knew it was for the captain...
Huh. I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years, Kokomi. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
Mizuki!
I'm fine. Sometimes you need to push past your mental limits to unleash your full potential. I've seen that many times in my line of work. I will. The good news is, the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare fragment appears, we will begin the ritual, but it needs time to take effect. You and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday, before you left for Isa Bathhouse? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion, and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore.
The Arataki gang rules!
Not your fault. Bakedanuki are powerful. Longhorn Oni is stupid. By the way, where are the real Hitotsume Kozo and his friends? And what about Tetsunosuke and the others?
Don't you think this puzzle is a bit too complicated?
You're right. I never thought about it that way.
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. You made it easy for me. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now! Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real geek.
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered, so I asked Yoimiya if she could use a hand. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck.
Not that kind of jam. But it doesn't matter. We just need to get this done.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor, and the rest of us can only help from the sidelines. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful.
Rev the engines!
Ah, it's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now. Then, come meditate with me. Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred Sakura. No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of Euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices, but that did not preclude their impact. It is only natural that I would feel their effect one day. Even a god cannot sever the link between cause and effect. I have come to realize that isolating oneself from all engagement is no way to reach a true state of euthymia. I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead. Using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan comes down to you, traveler.
Did we do it?
The Arataki Gang rules!
Prepare yourself, traveler. All right, follow me.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all!
With your might, let illusions fall!
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay? We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast! Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal.
A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
For many of us, I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
Woohoo!
The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission, along with the Tanuki Game Award. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing a special award. Shogun, if you could.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game. And that goes to the creators of the horror game The Doppelganger Incident, Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh? Oh, so it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole new level. Baketanuki are something else.
I present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Shogun is the best!
Shogun is the best!
The whole purpose of Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai, there's more than enough room for all of us.